All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about auto dismantling in the First Descendant. So we're going to start off with weapons. Weapon tier, ultimate or higher, right? So that is excluding. We need to talk about what include and exclude mean. So include in junk should be self-explanatory. If you include it in junk, whatever is selected up here will be included as junk. So specifically for the weapons, ultimate tier or higher, we want to exclude from junk. Everything else is considered junk. So the purples that you get in the game, as long as you have one copy of that purple weapon, then you should be fine. And if I end up sneezing throughout this video, it's because the weather's changing, allergies are happening, all sorts of things. But anyway, if you for the weapon specifically, you want to do ultimate or higher, weapon level 1, and exclude from junk. So I have this set up this way because before ultimate weapons would drop at level 1, you'd still have to level them up. I don't know if that's the case anymore because I do not get a lot of multiple weapons of like the same type to like just keep around if I'm not infusing them or like planting them inside of a weapon to get it to its max ultimate level. That makes sense, right? I don't have 2 kitted out enduring legacies that's like max level 100 for 2 different things. It's kind of redundant to do that. There's no point to do that. And then once you finish with those, hit the apply button, whatever that is on the console that you're playing is. This is PlayStation 5. So apply that, keep that. Next, we're going to go into reactors. Again, we're going to go with ultimate or higher and reactor level 100. And these we're going to do include junk. So everything ultimate tier or higher as a reactor will be included as junk. We're going to go down the list so this all makes sense. Anything ultimate tier or higher is going to be included as junk. Anything at reactor level 100 is going to be included as junk. Now, if I put it down at 1, it's a little convoluted, but I don't think if I put it at 1, anything above level 1 is going to consider as junk. So that is my interpretation of it. In the comment section, you can let me know if that's right or wrong. So I leave it at reactor level 100. If I need to manually go in and like delete a level 46 or something, if I accidentally pick one up, I mean, that's no big deal. I want the bulk of my items to be considered junk if it's not meeting the specific criteria. So I'm gonna include those in junk. If you wanted all ultimate or higher level 100 reactors to be excluded from junk, then you would exclude it from junk. So this is me telling the system that I want it as junk. This is me telling the system I don't want it as junk. Okay. Now the option filter settings. This is this stuff down here, this area. Now you can use it or unuse it. So if you want to include option filters for a function or use them. So why would I want this if I already have this going on? So you can unuse it. So none of these apply. If I clicked unused, it don't change it, but it just tells the system a specific thing. Now, if I unused it, that means it would only go off of the base of this. So this is the start of me getting into the nitty-gritty. So if you clicked unused, you don't got to worry about the rest of this. If you clicking use, now let's keep going. Number of option matches. Exclude if one of these options here is included on a reactor, or exclude if 2 or more are included on the reactor. Now you're gonna want the custom settings. There's the ultimate or higher, there's the dismantle, there's all that other stuff, right? So custom settings, that probably just messed up my thing. I think it did. So I'm not gonna apply it, so it should leave it alone. But anyway, the custom settings, the things that are important now, while this video is like important now, is You can go into rare or higher for things to get a more wider net of items to be included in the things that you will keep in order to get the reactor that you want. So if I was just specifically looking for things that had, I always wanted gold items. I never wanted anything in the purple category because it was just kind of useless to me, and it cut down on a lot of junk. But what this is going to do is when you start hitting these ranges of things include a purple, you're going to end up with less junk than if you have everything that's gold. So if I'm looking for a reactor that has specific things that I'm looking for, that's kind of hard to come by, I'm going to mark it as purple, because in the reactor enhancement category, we'll probably go over that at the end of the video, since this is more of an auto dismantling video, that I'll mark these things as purples so I can get the purples that I want, get as close to gold as I possibly can. I don't really want any blue, so I'll go through here and mark all these as purple. Now, things that you are going to like put as dismantle: sub attack power. As of right now, they have nothing in the game for melee attacks. That melee attack in the game, if you didn't know, if you hit L1 and R1 together, it will do a melee attack. I don't know anybody who's doing that. So sub attack power, always dismantle that. Additional skills when attacking Colossus. Additional skill attack when attacking Colossus. As far as I know, this is an additive factor. It's not a real multiplicative factor, right? I got stuck thinking about it. So this is always a dismantle. Additional attack skills when Legion of Darkness, always dismantle, always dismantle, always dismantle the other one. So all this stuff at the bottom, always dismantle. Now, if you're not caring about HP heal modifier, you can always auto dismantle that. Again, I'm just going to leave these better options open to exclude to exclude from junk. Right, I got stuck again because I looked at include junk and then but I was talking about exclude junk. So everything is included as junk unless it has 2 or more of these included. And I never want to see sub attack power, attacking Colossi, Legion of Darkness, Order of Truth. I never want to see any of those. I don't. So now we're going to apply. So that'll be set like that, right? So I'm just going to leave that as is. Everything, just check it over real quick, right? Oh, I'm looking at external components. Everything's correct. Custom settings. All right, external components now. Ultimate or higher. Same thing we did with the reactors. Ultimate or higher, level 100, including junk. I want all that stuff junk. Now, option filter use, exclude from junk if 2 or more of these things are included. Now, the exceed display no longer is really, it's no longer needed in the game, since they changed the way that encrypted vaults work and you can see them on the map. It just needs to get taken out of the game. MP recovery in combat, shield recovery in combat, HP. Now, the module drop rate increase, I left it as gold because if I'm trying to get anything specific, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, or don't. If it don't, it don't. So down but not out. Always dismantle any of those that always have that. Any have those. If I'm down but not out, I probably shouldn't be in that fight. The MP recovery out of combat. Again, I'm getting these things as close to gold as possible. The consumable rate drop increase modifier, I'm gonna put that as a purple. So what actual consumable drop rate increase modifier does on the back end, if you didn't know, is it helps with the drops of red orbs and blue orbs. So if you're not seeing any red orbs or blue orbs in the map, or you're running low on ammo, or that, and the third, your consumable drop rate is pretty low, and that could be viable in certain builds. So character XP game modifier, I always wanted gold. Resistances, I always want them gold. Anything less than gold can be gone. I'm trying to limit the amount of things that I have to mull over and like look over and really just examine. So if it ain't gold, I don't want it for these resistance cap type things. They're good, but they're not game breaking in the sense to where if I got it as a purple, I don't know, it's just not, it's not good enough. I feel like the resistance category can be like all together, because I feel like just the fire resistance, chill resistance, electric resistance, like the defensive aspect of our descendants shouldn't be like pigeonholed with this whole resistance type thing. It's just all attribute resistance would make external components significantly better. It would be more viable in builds, just all attribute resistance, and then just cap it out at, I don't know, 1500. And then if we want to go into a specific resistance, then we can start doing that on our descendants. But this fire, chill, and electric resistance just needs to be all together as all attribute resistance, and then put it at a low number, and then we can build into it if we want to. I don't think it should be pigeonholed into these external components. There's not enough slots on the external component for it to be like a thing to take over something else, if that makes sense. Anyway, tangent. So the gold drop rate increase modifier, there's a gold video that's going to be coming up on the channel soon, so that's not even a thing. Firearm proficiency game modifier, again, these things, if they're not gold, or I just really don't want them. But the purples that I'm keeping at purple, because I'm going to build into them later, and I want to at least snag the roll that I can get in order to build the one that I want. Make sense? So equipment drop rate increase modifier, again, the equipment drop rate increase modifier is mainly for, I want to say, is the external components. I want to say it's the external components. So if you're looking to get more external components, I don't know how big of a impact this really makes. So if it ain't gold, I don't want it, because it's not really that big of a deal. Item acquisition distance increase modifier, that's going to be for your doggo too, along with you or walking around. Max MP, always keep that purple. Again, exceed times, always dismantle. If I get any of those, down but not out, always dismantle those. Yeah, always dismantle those. And I'm going to apply that. So now let's get into the external component upgrade system. So on your external component upgrade system, you're going to have the options over here on the right. I'm waving with my hand, but you can't see me. So everything on this right side of the screen is going to steadily increase, and you're going to be using the energy control cores. Before now, most of you probably never used these materials, so you should have a bunch of them because they were just sitting around in the game for no reason. And I heard that the option enhancement caps out at 5, but that's not true, because from what I've seen, I've taken a blue mod and put it all the way up to gold. It costs a significant amount of energy control cores, but again, it did get all the way up to gold, so it just takes a bit. So if I have one here that I'll use this as an example, because I like this one. So we're gonna enhance it, right? Enhance it, and we're gonna enhance it again. We're gonna enhance it again. You can see the price of these things just going up and going up and going up. So 10,000, and you can see that I continuously, like, I'm putting stuff into it and it's not stopping. I can take a blue to a gold if I wanted to. So you don't have to necessarily have the purple ones, but getting close to gold is better than starting from blue and going all the way up to gold, because you're going to use a significant amount of these, right? Right now I'm not using distorted resolve sensor, so I'm going to stop while I'm ahead in this example of putting it up to gold, because it's not like key to any build right now. I'm just wasting a bunch of materials for this video, and I don't want to do that. So hopefully this video helped you guys out on understanding what this is about. This is going to work the exact same for the reactor enhancement. Again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but you're going to put materials into there, it's going to get up there for the max. So hopefully this video helped you guys out on understanding auto dismantling and what you're looking for and how you want to go about investing those materials into building your characters. Get in where you fit in, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.